Hi guys, welcome to Bajerski Crystals channel. Today we're going to talk about Moldavite, feeling safe with Moldavite, feeling good at the moment with Moldavite, working with it, and oh yeah, there's a little bit of bumblebee here, Moldavite here, and here you go, the trios that are my favourite, beautiful. That's Tektite, Moldavite, and Hercuba Diamond, but today we'll talk about Moldavite. Moldavite is a great crystal to work with when you're healing your body, and I think that's something that right now is a good thing to talk about, healing with Moldavite. There are so many ways to working with Moldavite on a healing process. Some are physical, some are emotional, some are spiritual. Depending on whether you want to heal the physical body of illness, then there's a certain way you can do that. But that way is very much coupled with the same way as the other two. So if you imagine that your body is, say, a grid, just imagine it. This is how I used to explain it. Your body is a grid of squares. Okay, so all your body, you can see squares all over. And what you've got to do is plug into the wall this grid. So you imagine that you've got some cable and you plug yourself into the electricity. The electricity starts to run through the bottom of your feet, and then it starts to go on these square grids. So it goes boom, 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 and then goes to the next grid, which is a square, and then the next square, and it starts to light all your body up. Well, if you imagine that your body sometimes has what we call blocks in this field of work, blocks are things that cause the grid not to continue. So you've got your square like this, but unfortunately, because of an issue or illness or something, this just goes like that. So the electric comes up and goes to there, but then cannot connect to where it should do, which is through here and then up here. You get the picture, right? So Moldavite has an amazing energy to detect certain blocks on the body and repair and fix them. This is physical, spiritually and emotionally. All of these things work together hand in hand. So let's do it, shall we? Let's give it a try. First of all, you don't need to go OTT. You don't need to go out and splash out, hundreds and hundreds of euros. You just need a small piece of Moldavite, just a little slice. And work with one slice if you want, but some people have 3 or 4 pieces and some people have big pieces. It doesn't matter, but if it's a small piece, it's fine. Start with that. Now, the best way to do it is, this is my understanding when I'm working on myself, not on my clients, on myself. So you're going to self-heal with Moldavite. So what you're going to do is find yourself a comfortable place. Preferably, this kind of work I feel is best lying down. It's not important when you do it, but I feel it's important that you need to be in some kind of balance, okay? So it's not always the thought that I'm doing it because I'm ill, but I'm doing it to stay healthy. So if you do it on a regular basis, it works tremendously. I did this for many years, and still every now and again I do it, but my body feels pretty good. But anyway, so lie down, put your panties on and your bra if you're a woman, so you've got your bare skin, most of your bare skin, okay, so nobody comes in and sees you naked, okay? So you lie down on the bed or on the floor. Rub some oil on your third eye because you're going to try and awaken that sense, okay? And maybe on the temples. I always rub some behind my ears and on my heart and on my stomach. And then I rub some oil and breathe it in. So your body's getting used to a new sense, a sense of a smell. And then through that smell, your senses start heightening, okay? So that's why I use Palo Santo. It heightens your senses. I use sage oil, heightens your senses. I use frankincense, heightens your senses, okay? I always rub the oil on here and say, help me see the truth. Behind the ears, help me hear the truth. On my throat as well, help me speak the truth. But at this point, you don't need to do that. Help me feel the truth on my heart. And on my stomach, clear, clear, clear. So I'm just wanting all of my stomach to clear all the emotion, okay? Now I'm lying down, I've breathed this beautiful oil in, I'm laying down. So what you need to do now is still yourself. And in that stillness, as you've got the piece of Moldavite, either in your fingers or on your third eye, and if you've only got one piece, then you will be using this one piece. If you've got more than one piece, then that's great, okay? So as you lie down with the music, you can go to my website, you can go to this channel and go Mark Bajerski Healing Music, and this will come up, so you've got 5 hours of non-stop, no adverts or anything, so you can fully focus. As you're lying down, what you must do is not try to look for anything. You've got to just allow the feelings to come through on their own. Moldavite will help with that. So as soon as you place the Moldavite there or in your fingers, just lay there and be comfortable. Now, there are 2 types of senses that will kick in. One will be an emotional sense and one will be a physical sense. So either or work really well. The physical one is so much easier because you will feel something on part of your body. So it may be an itch, a pain, a warmness, doesn't matter. As long as there's a change in sensation in the physical, I want you to take that piece of Moldavite and lay it where you feel that sensation is, that change of energy. Just lay it there. Then just let it be and just stay there. If you're focusing on that area, fine, there's no problem. Focus on it, doesn't matter. You don't need to call for healing because the Moldavite actually starts the healing process. It's amazing. That's why Moldavite has so many different energies that can be used for so many different things. It's really probably the only one that I consider that you can use it for so many different things. So as you're lying there, know that the Moldavite is fixing this square. So the square's all bent and bust, and now all of a sudden it fixes and then goes like that. And then the energy work then continues through your body. Your grid then starts to get this electricity everywhere else, and all of a sudden you may feel another sensation. Take that same piece of Moldavite, or if you've got another piece of Moldavite, and put it in the next place. Sometimes they can be both working together, but if you've got one piece of Moldavite, then it's easier, because when that feeling, when that change of energy, wherever it may be on your body, when you've laid that piece of Moldavite there, when a new feeling comes, it's normally because that's fixed and now it's moved on to the next part of the physical. So then you would take that piece of Moldavite and place it wherever you need to place it. So if you feel, oh, I felt something in my heart, then you put it straight on your heart and then lie back and continue. When you feel another, oh, I felt something just here, lay it there, leave it there. Don't look for anything, try and feel for anything. But as soon as you feel something else, then you take it and put it where that feeling is on the physical side. Now, there's a dual energy here. It can be used also on the emotional and spiritual. So here's my take on this, okay? If I'm going to strengthen my spiritual self and connect to the spirit world, connect to my higher psychic attunement, all of those amazing healing gifts, I will lay down with that very feeling of this is what I want to work on. Doesn't always work, because sometimes your physical body will say, hey, you need to heal this first of all. But more often than not, if you lie down with that intention of strengthening your attunement, then your body will acknowledge that, and the Moldavite will work on that level too. So if you're lying down and you say, you know what, I don't really want to do anything, I just want to see what happens. Personally, I think that's the most powerful way. I really do, because then you're allowing the natural flow of the universe and your body to work hand in hand with the Moldavite. This can take from 5 minutes to sometimes an hour or two, but it's the enjoyment of it. And knowing that your body is healing on so many different levels with Moldavite, I think if you want to give that a try today, I think you'll be more than surprised of the power of Moldavite and how amazing it works alongside you and the universal flow of this extraterrestrial energy, if you believe that, or a unique energy which comes from a different dimension from the Moldavite that certainly has an ability to help heal beyond anybody's understanding. So give it a go today and please let me know how that worked for you. It's worked for me for 16 years and it's made me stronger and stronger and stronger. And all you need to do is look at my first video about lemons and look at me now, and you can see that's 3 years old and I actually feel 1,000 times better and stronger. So all the time, if you knew me back 16 years ago, you would be able to say, wow, you look so much younger, healthier, stronger. Why? Because I've worked with Moldavite and it really has made a massive impact in my life, as it has you. I know it has. So keep going with Moldavite. It's a beautiful crystal. It mixes well with many other crystals. Let me know how you feel and how you got on. And once again, thank you so much for going to Bajerski.com and buying your genuine, authentic Moldavites. I hope they serve you well as much as I loved working with them. Okay, take care, guys. Till tomorrow.